Hi there, April Davis with LUMA Luxury Matchmaking. So you went on a date with someone and you really liked them, but then you went home and you text them or you tried calling them the next day and it took a while to get a response. So right away you think, oh, they don't want a relationship. They're not serious. They're just, messing around or whatever it is that you think. Well, that to me is not necessarily indicative of someone that is flaky. It just means that they just met you and they've only gone on one date with you. And oftentimes I hear from clients that will say to me that, oh, all the people that they've met or they've gone out on dates with or whatnot, they weren't serious. They weren't really looking for a relationship. And I just find that really hard to believe because I meet with people all the time and that's what they want. But when you are first in that initial phase of the relationship, you're both going different paces, and you need to find that point after you've been seeing each other for a while where you can put things on cruise control and you are actually communicating at the same kind of speed and you have that connection. So when people have these expectations of others where they think that, oh, that person should respond right away or should make them a priority right away and should go out on another date 2 days later, and it's not really the way that the world works. You have to earn your place in that person's life. You just met her or him. They don't know you. They don't owe you anything. So it's important to reset your expectations of people when you're first starting out, when you're first starting to date them, because you don't know where they're at, and they may be really busy or they may have all these other priorities and they don't have a relationship, so they've filled their life with everything, all these other different priorities, and that could change once they are in a relationship with someone. But for now, they're doing whatever it is that they're doing, and you'll earn that position, that place in their life eventually, but it takes a little bit of time. So chill and just relax and just know that it will come when after you've you have to, it's like a plant, you have to water it and it has to get sunshine and it takes a while. You don't just get the tomato or the flower the next day. It takes time to get there. So people just understand that everybody's at a different speed and everyone's going different speeds at the beginning phase, and it just takes a little bit of time for you to recalibrate and get on that same kind of playing field. Anyway, I'm curious to hear your thoughts. What are your experiences around this? Have you ever met somebody that you felt like they wanted a relationship tomorrow, or have you been on the other end of it where you just felt like they weren't serious and they weren't getting back to you and weren't being really good communicators, or just felt like they were flaky or whatever? That is true. Some people are just flaky, but of course, especially at this day and age of ghosting being really common all over the place. So anyway, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Leave them in the comments below.